Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So student, in the previous class we were talking in the chapter that is some natural phenomenon in which we are discussing about the dispersion of the light, and we have seen students that what do we understand by dispersion. Dispersion is nothing but when a beam of a light falls on the surface of a glass, the light rays get dispersed, and actually the dispersion is it is the scattering of the light. Okay, and this happens in case of a prism. A triangular glass is there when a source of a white light, when they fall on the surface of the prism, then it will get refracted, and finally you will find that all the colors which is present, which constitute the white light, they get dispersed, they get scattered, and that we call as a scattering of a light also. Question here, it was that why does it happen? Even though the white light it seems white light, but what happened in the prism itself that it get dispersed into the 7 colors. Okay, the 7 colors are Vibgyo students. Okay, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So the difference happens, the thing which happens in the prism, actually first thing is the refraction, and the refraction occur because of the change in the density. Okay, prism is optically denser because it is a glass rather than in the case of an air. Now what happened when the ray of a light it falls obliquely on the prism, then since all the different colors, they are having different wavelength, and having different wavelength, some of them are having larger wavelength than the other one. So what happened? They get refracted with a different speed also. Larger wavelength will increases the speed of a light, and if it is having the smaller wavelength, that will causes the reducing the speed, or we can say that the speed of that particular light will be the less as compared to the color of the light which is having a larger wavelength. So red is having the larger wavelength students, so the speed of the red will be higher as compared to the violet or blue. So since change in the speed is there, so all of them, they reaches to the other end at a different time interval, and at the same time you will see that they used to come outside from the glass prism at a different speed, so they will reach as a different stage, and finally they get diffracted, they get scattered into the different color. Suppose what happened from the white light, since the wavelength of the red is larger, so it will reaches to other end then faster than that of the orange, and the same time it will come outside earlier than the orange. The same thing with the orange to the yellow, and then to the other one, and finally it will move up to the blue to violet. So you will find that since they reaches at a different interval on the other side, so they will come outside at a different interval, and due to which the scattering of the light happen in case of a prism. Okay, so this is the dispersion or scattering of the light happens in prism. We have also seen that how we can find the angle of a deviation. For finding the angle of a deviation, when a ray of a light falls on the surface, it gets refracted and get emerged, the emergent ray which came out. When you stretch it back, we find that we are able to get the angle by which it get deviated, or we can find the angle of a deviation also. Okay, now let us see and move to the next one, and here we will see the recombination of the different colors to form the white light. Yes, in the first case students, you will find that when a beam of a light falls on the prism, now see here, if this is a prism and when a beam of a light falls on it, what happens? It gets dispersed into the 7 different color, and the same likewise it will get dispersed into the different color. Likewise it will get dispersed. So we have understood that how the dispersion occurs. Now let us see that these different colors again they recombine together to form the white light. So recombination. light. When we say here light, we are talking about white light. So white light splitted by white light splitted by a glass prism can be obtained or can be recombined. It can be recombined to get white light. Recombined to get white light by another glass prism. So here we will find that how the different color which get dispersed, which get scattered from the passing through the prism again get recombined and the white light will came out. How does it happen, student? By taking another prism. But remember, if we are keeping one of the prism and the other prism at the same way like the first prism we had kept, so no recombination will occur. What we have to do, we have to take one of the prism. Out of two prisms, we have to keep both of the prism just opposite, just in a reverse manner to each other in order to recombine all the light together. Okay? So for that, first of all, we will keep a cardboard. Keep a cardboard, and from the cardboard, here we will keep a glass prism. And another prism we will also keep. Remember that, students, that this prism, we can say here that the prism, it will be like what? It will be, okay, now you see here, student, there is a cardboard, there is a prism, and this prism is just kept opposite to the first prism, and then we will also keep another cardboard here. We will keep another cardboard here, students. Now what happens when a white light falls on the surface? Now through this white cardboard, student, we will put a hole there. It is what? It is a cardboard, and this is a hole. So when a white light it falls on the surface of the cardboard, students, so what happens? This light will, when from this, it will falls on the surface of the prism. When it falls on the surface of the prism, what happens? It gets diffracted. The different light gets scattered at a different wavelength, and the reason is because they possess the different kind of a wavelength. So suppose this is what this kind of a dispersion happened here. Now what happens when this light, all these lights falls on the surface of the another prism, which is kept just in a reverse manner in opposite to that of the first prism, then what happens? These all white light, it will again get recombined together to form a white light. Okay, so we can say here that this all will get recombined together together, students, and finally it will passes through that of the white light. Okay, it will passes through that of the white light. Okay, so this is the white light. These are the band of color, band of 7 colors. 7 colors, band of 7 colors are there. This is a prism, this is another prism. Okay, so the recombination happens here because of the presence of the another prism. Actually, this experiment, it is performed first of all by Newton, Isaac Newton. He performed this scattering. That is why it is also called as a Newton dispersion of a light. Okay, in which he had kept the two prisms together, and then he observed that what happened when we pass the white light from the one prism and the light will enter into the other prism. Okay, so since it is kept just opposite, so what happened, to opposite refraction occur, so all of them they combine together, and finally the white light will came out from the from that of the cardboard, the other cardboard. Now here one more thing is there, student, that what happened if suppose we had kept the prism in this manner, what will happen if we will keep another prism and we will not going to reverse the prism, but we will keep it as it is at the other one, like this. So what happened? Nothing will happen, student. It will help in the scattering again. It means all the light, it will fall on the surface of the prism, and again it will get dispersed into the 7 color, because here everyone reach with a different wavelength, and since they are not kept reversed, so what happened? The same thing happened, that this will reaches to the likewise. Okay, it means all the colors as they have split it in the first prism, the same thing you will find in the second prism. It means there will be no such kind of a recombination you will find if suppose we will keep the prism, the second prism as we had kept the first prism, like the first prism. No, so we have to keep the second prism just in a reverse manner, in an opposite way, like that of a reverse. It will be a correct term, so we will keep it in a reverse, or we can say here we must keep the second prism with its base upward. Okay, and then we will find that the white light will be formed again due to the recombination of the different color. Okay, so this is a kind of experiment which help in telling that how recombination of the white light happens. Okay, now let us try to understand that what the next topic, and that is atmospheric refraction. So we have already understood the term dispersion, how scattering occur in case of a prism, as well as the recombination. Now let us start with the atmospheric refraction. Atmospheric refraction, why we are saying by this word, or how this word came, student? Atmospheric. So the first term is atmosphere and the second one is refraction. It means the refraction which occur in the atmosphere, that is called as atmospheric refraction. So why we are saying that in an atmosphere refraction happens? What happened if we talk outside to the earth? Then what happened? It is in the space. There is no air, there is no medium, and since there is no medium, students, so it will be what? It will be optically rarer as compared to the atmosphere which is present in our earth. You see, our earth is consisting of a different layer of gases, and these gases, they used to vary with the density, and they keeps moving also. So stratosphere, troposphere, ionosphere, these all are what? These all are a different layer. Okay, different layer of the gases, and they are having different densities. Even our atmosphere is composed of a lot of different gases, students. So obviously, it will be differ. The density, it will be vary with the space where there is no air. So that will be optically rarer medium, and this will be optically denser medium, because in vacuum the speed of the light will be very fast. There is no density, optical density, it will be very, very rarer, because there is no such particles are present there. So speed of the light will be very high. So as light enter from the space to the earth, what happened? It will get refracted. Now one more thing. The layer which is very close to the earth, it will be what? It will be optically denser. It will have a more amount of gases as compared to the layer of the gases or layer of the earth which is very far away from the earth's surface. That will be optically rarer. So if we compare with that also, students, we will find that when the ray of a light falls from the space when it enters into the earth's surface, due to the change in the medium, due to the change in the optical medium, students, it will be, one is denser and other one is rarer. So what happened? It will get refracted, and the refraction occurs towards the normal. So we were going to understand in atmospheric diffraction, there are a lot of phenomena which occur which is based on the atmospheric diffraction, like why the stars twinkle, why the planets do not twinkle, why the sunset, actually the actual sunset or the difference between the apparent sunset, the apparent star position as well as the actual star position. This all things happen because of the atmospheric refraction. So let me write here a few things about refraction, students, and that is basically we knew about the term that is refraction is what refraction happen when a light moves from a one medium to another. Otherwise, if it will be moving in a one medium, that will be a reflection only. Okay, so we can say here that the air in the earth is the air in the atmosphere, in the earth's atmosphere is in the form of layers, and the different layers have different densities. Different layers have different densities. Okay, the layer of the air close to the Earth's surface is optically denser than the layer of the earth, layer of the air far from the earth surface. So these are what? These are actually optically rarer. Earth surface. Okay, so this is what? This is the optically rarer medium. Now let us see that what will be the definition of a optical atmospheric refraction. So it is the refraction of a light taking place in the atmosphere, is known as atmospheric refraction. Is called as atmospheric refraction. So movement of the light from optically rarer medium to the denser medium make the refraction, and such refraction which occur in the atmosphere, that is why it is called as atmospheric refraction. Now let us try to understand the different applications of the atmospheric refraction. So the first one is the twinkling of stars. Why the stars twinkle? Twinkling of stars. So first of all, students, before we go and try to understand the twinkling of a star, remember when we were talking in case of a reflection of light, I told you one thing, that is point source of a light and a extended object, a point object and an extended object. What happened a point object? Now see, if we will say that object is kept at infinity, so infinity is what? Very, very far away from us. Okay, so the light which is coming from that particular object, it will be a point source of a light. Okay, because the object is kept at a infinity. So object will be at a point, object will be a point object, right? And extended object which is very close. Okay, close, that is called an extended object. So beam of a light will comes from the extended object. You must know the difference between the point object and the extended object, student. Remember, when we were discussing in case of a plane mirror, we have understood that how the reflection occur. So first of all, we have taken a point object through which the light was coming. The two lights was coming, and in the second case, students, instead of using the point source, we used an extended object, and there we had shown an object like this, A and B. So this is what an extended object. So the same thing we have to understand in case of stars. Stars are what? They are very far away. Okay, so the light which is coming from the star is actually a point source of a light. Now what happened when the light start coming from the stars, it will, as it enter into the earth atmosphere, due to the change in the density of the gases, it undergoes refraction. Okay, it is coming from the space where there is the speed of the light is maximum, of speed of the light is very high. So that is an optically rarer medium, and as it enters into the earth atmosphere consisting of a different kind of a gases in it, so it becomes denser. So it is what? It is optically denser medium. So when the light start moving from the optically rarer medium to denser medium, it starts moving towards the normal. And this movement, since the different layers are there and different layers are having different densities of the gases, so continuous refraction will occur. It will be like, student, I have told you, like if this is the star. Okay. Okay, if this is what, this is the star. So this is what is a very small object it is. So when the light enters into the earth atmosphere, suppose this is the light which is coming from it. So this light will what happen? When it entered into the atmosphere, it will get refracted, moves towards the normal. Again, with the different layer, it will move again towards the normal. The same thing happened here also. It will again move. So suppose a person who is there, who is watching it, what happened if a person is watching it, what happened? The light is entering into the eye. So light which is entering into the eye of an observer, he will see that the light is actually coming from this side. So right now what happened? It seems that the star position is here somewhere. It is here. So this is what, student, this is the actual position. And this is what? This is the apparent position of star. One is the actual position and other one is the apparent position of the star. So because of that, there is another concept which came out that, okay, twinkling, we will leave it for a few minutes, students. So you will find that the question may arise from this, that why the stars appears higher than its actual position, and the reason is the refraction only. When the light enter into the earth atmosphere, it continuously undergo the different reflection, and the reflection occur because of the different layer of the air present in the atmosphere. And finally, when an observer, when you are looking at the star, you will find that the star position is somewhere here, but actually the position is at this side. Since we are not able to see the bent object, light can only travel in a straight one. Okay, so reflection and refraction basically depends upon the rectilinear propagation of light, in which we discussed that the light moves in a straight line. Although the diffraction or polarization is also there, in which we will study about the wave nature. But here, when we were discussing about the refraction, it will be rectilinear only. So light, it seems that the light is coming from this side. It means the star position will be here. So this is the apparent position, and this apparent position will be higher, little bit higher with the actual position of the star. So the reason is the refraction only. Now what happened here, the question arises that why the twinkling is happening. Okay, the refraction is there, but why twinkling? So you see, student, the different layer of the atmosphere is composed of a different density of gases, and these gases keeps on moving. What happened due to which the ray of light, the formation of this apparent position also varies, and it appears that light actually twinkles. Suppose if the light which enters into the Earth atmosphere, first of all, the same light, a light when it enters, what happened? Due to the change in the density of a different layer, you will find that one of the light will also get bent, and it will seem that it is coming from this side. So now the apparent position will be this side. The same thing you will find that when the light, because of the different densities of the gases, the different densities of the gases which is present in the atmosphere, the refraction occurs continuously, and due to which the position of the apparent position of the stars also varies. So it seems that the star is here. So due to the continuous change in the apparent position of the stars, it appears that the star is twinkling. Okay, so because of the gases which is present in the different layer, that keeps on moving, making the density varies, and due to which the formation of the position of the apparent position of the stars also varies, and it appears that it is twinkling. Okay, let me write you what is the twinkling of stars happening. So from the students, two questions arises. The first one, that why the position of the stars appears, the apparent position of the stars appears higher than the actual position, and the second one is that why does the stars twinkle. From this, and another question also arises, okay, if all the celestial bodies undergoes the refraction like the stars undergoes, because we are not saying that it is the star which produces the kind of a light due to which it is twinkling. We are simply saying that it is a source of a light which gives the light, and when the light enter into the atmosphere, it is because of the earth atmosphere, the light undergoes the refraction, and due to which it appears the different position of the stars is there, and formation of a star occur, and due to which it appears that it is twinkling. So what about the planet? Why planets do not twinkle? So the reason is here again the point source and the extended object. So since it is very close to the earth, so it do not produces a point, we will not consider as a point object, but as an extended object. So extended object produces a beam of a light, and all the beam of a light will undergo the refraction, and due to which what happened? Due to which the refraction which occurs to the beam of the light, they nullify each other's effect, and finally we will not see the planets to twinkle like as we see in case of stars. Okay, and that is why the stars twinkle but planets do not.